everyone, it's Monique Renewed. Welcome back for another video. Don't mind me if you see the same outfit in a few different videos. I'm trying to knock down some videos in the same day. So yeah, today we're doing a Bible study. I caught this word when I was driving and I was thinking about this story. I'm like, you know what? That is a word only for myself in this season, but I bet it can touch other people and reach other people too. So we are going to do the study in Exodus chapter 5 verse 7. So bring out your Bible. I am reading from this Bible called the Everyday Matters Bible. This is the NLT, and I had gilded this myself with some pink acrylic paint, so that's why it looks like that. If you aren't following me on Instagram, it is at Monique Renewed. I'll post my feed right here. I've actually showed this process on my Instagram stories, so I mean it's probably passed by now, so you probably missed it. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram so you can see my little day-to-day activities and stuff. Come study with me. Grab you a cup of coffee, a cup of tea. I don't have nothing. I got some water. I just came out from outside. Oh my gosh. And I was trying to hurry up and do some clips for this video, for another video, and I am hot. It is humid outside. My curls done deflated. I don't know, grab you a smoothie, some cold water with some ice in it. I don't know. Do you, boo. But grab whatever you need. Pause this video. Come back. Grab your Bible. Sit your phone down or your computer down on your TV or whatever. And come study with me. Because this is a good word, I promise you. It's something that I'm going through right at this moment. And I know it could probably help you. So Exodus chapter 5 verse 7. And this is Pharaoh speaking. To give some background on this story. So the Israelites were enslaved in Egypt for about 400 years, and God had actually told this to Abraham that your people are going to be enslaved, but I'm going to deliver them into the promised land. So here they are, they're enslaved, they're severely oppressed, and here's Pharaoh coming in, trying to kill all the firstborns, trying to kill the seed of the Hebrews, which that's another thing in itself. I'm not going to go off into a tangent, but okay, I will. So I find it kind of funny that the king of, or Pharaoh of Egypt tried to kill off the seed of the Jews by annihilating all the babies, and people had to kind of sneak their kids. That's how Moses, you know, if you don't know Moses, that's how he was found. His mother put him in the river with a basket, and an Egyptian woman had found him and adopted him basically, and he became, you know, kind of like one of the Egyptians, but not really. I find it kind of ironic that this is how King Herod tried to annihilate. Well, he didn't try. He actually did do it. He killed all the babies, male babies, Hebrews, to another in order to try to kill Jesus. So, and then this also happened in Esther, where the king was plotting to kill and annihilate all the Jews. And it's like, I don't know if it's pertaining to trying to kill the Hebrew seed in order so the prophecies of the Messiah wouldn't be fulfilled, but I find that kind of ironic. But anyways, going back to this chapter 5 verse beginning at verse 7. This is Pharaoh speaking. Now that I give you some background, it says he's speaking to the Egyptian slave drivers and the Israelite foremen, and it says, do not supply any more straw for making bricks. Make the people get it themselves, but still require them to make the same number of bricks as before. Don't reduce the quota. They are lazy. That's why they are crying out, let us go and offer sacrifices to our God. Load them down with more work. Make them sweat. That will teach them to listen to lies. As if it wasn't bad enough, Pharaoh oppressed them even more and had them working even more. At first, they provided them with the straws to make bricks. That's the least you can do. And then on top of that, they said, no, we're not going to do that anymore. You're going to get the straws yourself and still make the same number of bricks as before. Talk about oppression. And then he had the audacity to call the Hebrews lazy.
Well, why don't you go do it yourself?
Since we're that lazy, like that's how it would have been in my head. But anyways, and something that I got from this as I was reading and studying this passage and preparing for this video, as you don't see, the title of this video is from bad to worse to better, because that is exactly how it is. I don't know what it is, but every time God gives out a word or a promise, all of a sudden your situation turns upside down for whatever reason. It's like, dang, I was better off before, and now my situation didn't turn from bad to worse. But do not worry, because it gets better, and this is proof that it will get better. So Moses went to Pharaoh thinking, as soon as I decree this, you're going to let us go. And he came up to Pharaoh, was like,
let our people go.
And Pharaoh was just like looking at him up and down like,
who is this dude?
who does he think he is coming into my courts demanding me what to do with my slaves? And Moses was like,
God told us that you need to let us go so we can go serve him in the wilderness.
and we're done here, sir. So I would like to gather my people and head on out this joint. And Pharaoh was just looking at him like,
no. Get back to work.
Moses was already reluctant to do this, as we could see from the burning bush situation. He was already like,
Nah.
First of all, I'm slow in speech, and these people ain't gonna listen to me, so what are you talking about? So when Pharaoh rejected him, that probably reaffirmed that reluctancy that Moses already had, and he was like, you know what, I'm done. And then so he went back to God like, God, you told me to tell Pharaoh to let them go, but the thing is, God had already told Moses that Pharaoh's not gonna let them go immediately. So there was probably like,
yes, we out this joint
right now, quick, fast, in a hurry. And you could probably relate to them that they got their hopes really destroyed. Like, I thought we were leaving after so many years as a slave, and then things just went from bad to worse. Like, their hearts were probably like so hardened against God at this point, like, I'm kind of through with you. So they groaned at Moses. He accused God of not even helping them or not even lifting a finger. Like, you see me try to convince Pharaoh, but he's not doing anything, and you're not doing anything on top of that. Like, what's the deal? As we can see that in chapter 5, verse 22, it says, then Moses went back to the Lord and protested. Why have you brought all this trouble on your own people, Lord? Why did you send me? Ever since I came to Pharaoh as your spokesman, he has been even more brutal to your people, and you have done nothing to rescue them. So yeah, Moses protested against God, like, once again. And it does be like that sometimes. I was just literally protesting against God this morning. Like, I know we've all probably been there. Like, God has declared something to you or made a promise to you, and your situation looks worse. Almost worse. And it's like, yo. And it almost feels like as if God is not with you, like he's not doing anything for you. You're crying day in, day out. Sometimes I feel like as though he's just watching me and it's like, like just not doing anything. I don't know if I'm the only one, but you're not the only one if you feel that way. I feel that way too. Obviously, Moses feel that way because he told God, like, you haven't done nothing to rescue them. But that is not the case. God is not just watching you suffer and just like, well, oh well. I know it feels like that, and trust me, I feel like that too sometimes, but it's not like that. So as we read on to chapter 6, what God had replied to Moses, he said, now you will see what I will do to Pharaoh. When he feels the force of my strong hand, he will let the people go. In fact, he will force them to leave his land. Pay attention to verse 2. And God said to Moses, I am Yahweh, the Lord. I appeared to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob as El Shaddai, God Almighty, but I did not reveal my name Yahweh to them, and I reaffirmed my covenant with them. Under its terms, I promised to give them the land of Canaan, where they were living as foreigners. You can be sure that I've heard the groans of the people of Israel, who are now slaves to the Egyptians, and I am well aware of my covenant with them. Something that I noticed, he said, I am Yahweh the Lord. He revealed his personal name to Moses, but he did not reveal that to his descendants. He also revealed his eternal name to Moses at the burning bush. This is signifying an intimate relationship here. He's gonna walk them through the wilderness intimately. He's gonna be there with them. He's gonna lead them. He's gonna follow them. This is on a personal level. So it's almost like he was reintroducing himself to Moses, like, okay, I know you're focused on your circumstances right now, but this is who I am. Your focus needs to be not on this, but on me. And he made it known, I did not forget about Israel. I did not forget them. Matter of fact, I told your ancestors about this situation was going to happen. I told them what I was going to do long before you guys were even born. I am well aware of what's going on. So if you think God has forgotten about you, trust me, he already knew what you were going through a long time ago, and he's well aware of your situation. And then reading on, it says, therefore say to the people of Israel, I am the Lord. I will free you from your oppression and will rescue you from your slavery in Egypt. I will redeem you with a powerful arm and great acts of judgment. Not only is he going to deliver you, but he's also going to vindicate you for the oppression that you've been through. I will claim you as my own people, and I will be your God. Again, intimacy and personal. Then you will know that I am the Lord your God who has freed you from your oppression in Egypt. I will bring you to the land I swore to give to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I would give it to you as your very own possession. I am the Lord. Something that I noticed with God's statement was that he began the statement saying, I am Yahweh the Lord, and he ended it with, I am the Lord. So to me, that is like a seal of approval. I started it with, I am the Lord, and here's what's going to happen. I have not forgotten about you, and I'm ending it with, I am the Lord as well. Like, point blank, period. No matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, keep your focus on me and who I am, not on your circumstance, even though it looks pretty horrible right now. So as we continue, that just reminded me that he is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He started it and he's going to finish it. So verse 9, it says, So Moses told the people of Israel what the Lord has said, but they refused to listen anymore. They had become too discouraged by the brutality of their slavery. So as we can see, the Israelites had lost hope. They were like, yo, forget it. There's no point anymore. I'm too discouraged. You done said one thing and then another thing very opposite had happened. I give up. I don't want to hope anymore. I don't want to believe anymore. I don't want to have faith anymore. So Moses was trying to talk to them what God had said. They were just like, whatever, dude. I know some of you guys could feel like this as well. I know I definitely have felt that way before, where I'm just like, I just give up. I'm not even expecting anymore. Like, I just giving up hope. And it's like that sometimes because we focus so much on our situations that we forget who God is and what he says. Or when we do get reminded of, his promises, we're just like, whatever. Like, I don't even care anymore. I know I could feel like that as well. I know I could definitely relate, and you guys could probably relate as well. So it is hard to have faith in these type of circumstances, but especially when you're suffering, when you're oppressed, when you're persecuted, and when you can no longer endure. But remember who God is, and if he made you a promise, he will make that promise happen. Not even for your sake, but for his name's sake as well, because he's not a liar, right? So he's not going to tell you something that's not going to happen, because that would just completely invalidate who he is. So it will happen in his timing, not in your time. And I've been through a similar situation like this in the past, where I've gotten myself into a situation I wasn't supposed to, and I prayed about it, and God had revealed to me in the dream the same night that I prayed that he was going to release me from the situation. And when I tell you guys, the situation went from bad to worse. I was like, oh my gosh. I had lost hope. Like, I thought you said you was going to get me out of the situation. Why does it seem like I'm getting even bombarded even more? Like, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I had lost hope. I was like, forget it. I just might as well get used to this, because I don't think I'm going to get out of the situation. I've had like breakdowns in between, and lo and behold, on his timing, he released me from that situation that I got myself into accidentally. So the point of this study is to realize that if he said he's going to do something, he's going to do it in his timing, not necessarily yours. But you have to be patient, and you have to endure. I know these words do not sound very nice and quite uncomfortable, because trust me, this is not something we naturally want to do, is endure and be patient. So as later on, if you continue reading the story of Exodus, God delivered them in a mighty way, sent plagues to Egypt, and you could continue studying this to see, but he surely did deliver them, and it was a spectacular sight. Like, water was standing up, and all the Egyptians had drowned in the ocean. Bread was coming out the sky. Water was coming out of a rock. The Lord was leading them with a pillar of fire by night and a pillar of cloud in the daytime. So it's pretty awesome, y'all. So that's why I say do not give up hope. I know it's hard, but keep on enduring. We are all in this together. So yes, God did deliver them. But then they were going through various trials almost to help them grow spiritually. So yeah, I do believe that God does allow the situation to go from bad to worse. He does allow that to happen. But I believe the purpose is to make the situation almost look impossible, so that when he does fulfill his promise, or when he does deliver you, it's almost, you have no doubt in your mind that it was only God, because this situation was literally impossible, and it was literally like downhill, and it was flipped upside down, and it was the worst possible situation. And that's how you know, that's how you will get to know that it was only God that caused this miracle to happen. So yeah, that is it for today's study. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Like if you did like, or if it helped you in some type of way, and share with somebody that you feel like could benefit from this word. And I will catch you guys next time. Bye.